Hello, everyone. This is Raj Soren, Black Belt Mindset Coach. And we're fortunate today. We have Brad Bucceri, who is going to be talking about his business and a bit of his background. So, Brad, welcome today. So tell us a bit about yourself, Brad.
Thank you, Raj. So yeah, my name is Brad. I'm a director in SenseMaker. And what I help people to do is I help people to uncover their unique personal purpose so that they can infuse that purpose into their business. And what I call that is your message. And the strapline that I always use when I'm speaking to people is find your message, find your people. If you're clear on what you're saying and who you're saying it to, those people are going to find you and connect with you.
Brilliant. And what led you to get into this type of business?
It was my own personal journey, to be honest. I found that I was struggling with a sense of personal purpose for myself outside of my professional life, but then in my professional journey as well, because of how I got into the creative industry and marketing world. I had to be very good at or average at a number of different skills, so that I could prove I could do what I was going to do. I wasn't very academic, and so I didn't have a certificate that said I could do these things. And when I was working with people in this industry, I realized that these people were often very good at one thing specifically, and I didn't know what my one thing was, what my purpose was. And long story short, I had a realization moment where it came together, and I realized I can help other people uncover and connect with their purpose. And then simultaneously, I can help them take that purpose and use it to make their business almost uncopyable.
Interesting. So what business were you in before? What sort of environment?
So my background is digital design, user experience design, and digital marketing. I did that for a number of years. I was interested in that from about the age of 13, and I used to play around on my dad's old computer in Microsoft Excel. It was the closest I could get to designing a website at the time, a very young age. And that interest just kind of progressed and developed to the point where I was working in London agencies with some very clever people, some very interesting people, where I learned a lot. And then after that, I moved into founding a marketing department within a group of companies, and sort of really cutting my teeth and refining my understanding of marketing, which has acted as a springboard for where I'm at today.
So that experience has helped you to get to this point. What type of sort of clients do you work with?
So our clients are less industry focused. We work with people across industries. It's more about the problem that they're having. So for me specifically, if somebody knows that their business is unique but struggles to talk about it in a way that makes it stand out, I help them solve that problem. If people perhaps are ready to throw in the towel with their business, they feel like their product or service isn't good enough, very often I like to have at least a conversation with them, because it's probably how they're talking about their product or service that's not doing it any justice, rather than the product or service itself not being good enough. So it's more about the problem than it is about the industry.
Thank you. Do you have any examples? You don't have to name names, but type of things you've been doing.
So yes, so one of my favorite examples, she won't mind me mentioning it, is the Milky Tea Company. So this wonderful founder, Lauren, she created and founded the Milky Tea Company. It's a breastfeeding top. And there's a number of different breastfeeding tops out there, but she didn't particularly like any of them. For various reasons, they didn't fit her style. She didn't feel like they were her. And so she set about to create this discreet top to be able to feed babies out in public. Had these sort of secret hidden zips, etc. And she was in a position where she was marketing the product based on the features of the product. So, 100% organic cotton, trendy design, styles, secret zips down the side, etc. Not going to scratch a baby's face. But the thing is, that's not enough to separate you out from the rest of the pack, because they're all marketing pretty, not similar things, but they're all using similar words to talk about their product. And so what it came down to was a battle on price. And hers, because of the manufacturing process and that design process that went into it, there was increased cost. Hers was a higher price. And what we did was we unpacked her personal story and her personal journey, and actually the reasons behind why she felt the need to create this top. And she wanted to go from a place of being stuck at home because she felt like she couldn't be in public feeding her baby, to we unpacked kind of all of the emotions that were tied to that, and her reasons for doing it, and what it was necessary for her to break out of that place of isolation and just have some sort of normal back post baby, and to be able to go out with her friends, and we kind of unpacked her journey and put that all together. And so now, if, for example, if somebody were to say, you know, that's more expensive than the others, or that's not an essential thing for you to have when you have a baby, she can confidently reply with, "You're right, but let me tell you why I created this. I created this," and she gives her reasons and her story. And at that moment, everybody who is on the same page as her, having the same struggles as her, can connect with that story, and it makes sense. And she becomes the person that they want to trust to take them through that journey with the same tool that she's created for herself to go through that journey.
Thank you for sharing that example. So in that situation, how did it sort of increase her reach or sales?
So what it does is it cuts through the noise. What I love about it is that it reduces the need for competition, because if you're speaking your message to the marketplace, it's going to make you Marmite. There's going to be people who get what you're saying and want to connect with you, and there's going to be people who aren't. And so what I often say to people is, you could be directly next to competitors and you can actually be passing them work without it impacting you, and vice versa, because there are going to be people who are specifically suited to work with you, and people who are specifically suited to work with your competitors. I mean, what I always say is there's 8 billion people in the world. There's not a shortage of opportunities to go around. And so for me, it's really about cutting through the noise and connecting with the people that are meaningful to you and who you are meaningful to.
Thank you. So getting to know the innovator or the entrepreneur and their story, is that vital, or do you have other ways of getting the message out?
Yeah, so I always do an initial hours interview with the founder or the owner to understand their journey and what's led them to that point. And I take them through 6 steps. So I look at the past, who they serve in their audience, the future, what's the new space that they're creating, the new marketplace that they want to define, how they do that, their audience starting points. So what are the questions that your audience are asking, and how can we bring them on a journey to understand your better way of doing something, and then summarizing all of that in the ultimate point that you want to make, so that you can consistently make that point to the world, and your team is able to make that point on your behalf, or any third-party marketing teams can also do that for you.
Interesting. So how has this journey changed over the recent years, you know, with lots of digital and AI technology and advancements we've had? Or things don't change over time? What would you say?
So it's shifted a little bit, not too much. There's still a lot of creative thinking involved with AI. It's probably more the speeding up of tasks. So more sort of looking at data or digging through conversations that have happened, rather than using it creatively. I always prefer to know that I've got a unique perspective and a unique point of view, and understand the point that I'm trying to make, so that I can prime AI with that information and then use it as a tool to help me structure my thinking in a certain way, rather than to use it creatively. So I try and avoid it on the creative process, which is me one-to-one with a founder or an owner or a group of people from a business, kind of working through those 6 steps.
Right, thank you for that. And we all get quite busy in life, and we obviously work towards developing our businesses and helping our clients. But when you're not doing that, what does it do in your downtime?
My downtime, I love spending time with my family. So as you know, Raj, in previous conversations, I'm in Shropshire. For the last 2 years, I've lived here. And one of the things that I absolutely love about the area, we're very close to the Welsh border, and it's all the walks. My kids love walks. My wife loves walks. The dog loves the walks. And so we very often are out strolling about and rambling on the hillsides in Shropshire and Wales.
Fabulous. Yeah, I know that lots of parts of the world like that. Fantastic. Yeah. I noticed you've got a guitar. Are you?
Yeah.
Are you sing and play, or?
Yes, it depends on your idea of sing and play. But I like to play. I like to play a bit of piano, and I think it's, for me, I'm a very expressive, creative person, and so I like to find ways to be able to do that.
Fantastic. Yeah, so I think getting that life balance, isn't it, between work and personal time is vitally important.
Yes.
How do people get hold of you, Brad?
So probably the quickest response you'll get from me is on LinkedIn. So LinkedIn / and then my name, Brad Buccheri. The second place would be on our website, sensemaker.co.uk. We're just about to relaunch our site there with our our best articulation of what we're doing. So yeah, between my LinkedIn profile and our website is the best way to contact us.
Excellent. And is there any particular clients that you are looking for at the moment?
I think anybody who is struggling to stand out from the competition, who's worried about the competition, who knows that what they're doing is special, but they don't know how to talk about it in a way that makes that specialness clear. Anybody that's struggling with that challenge, I'd love to speak with them. Yeah.
Fabulous. Well, it's been a great pleasure to have a conversation.
Yes.
And wish you all the very best, Brad.
Thank you, Raj. Thank you.
To companies and entrepreneurs and businesses out there. And for those, fantastic. And those who follow the channel, do subscribe and like and share. We'll see you soon. Take care.
Thanks.